Hi everybody, right, and let's see what we got going on here. Right, there we go, guys. I won't come on camera. Just you know what I mean, I need to get washed up and everything before I come on camera and everything. But anyway, I've sort of like gonna be playing an audio file from In Plain Sight, which is a 9/11 video to give you the context where the audio has come from, and it's describing the camps of where people fall in when it comes to the conspiracy theory realm. You know what I mean? And so I'll be playing that in a minute. Yet I have noticed, you know, what I mean, a lot of people, you know, what I mean, they're going along with what the government and all of them are saying at the moment with the coronavirus and all of that. There's loads of information being left out and so on. A lot of misinformation coming from the governments, the health professionals, and everything else. Not all, because there are some that are pointing out. Hold on a minute. There's a lot of fear mongering going on here. You know, I mean, there's stuff like that, and I have noticed a few people are not willing to look at every expert or every professional and all of that and so forth, because not all of them goes with the government narrative. Not all are going with the WHO's narrative. There's many different levels and the many different angles of health professionals, because a lot, if they don't toe the line, they will not get the funding. And a lot of them, end up I mean, there are a lot that just end up starting up independent practices. I mean, and the way you get your license, you know what I mean, of what I've noticed, coming from a lot of doctors and nurses that I've seen, you know what I mean, if you don't toe the line, then you don't get a license. That's what I've noticed. And so when I've been coming up and I've been doing my research into the coronavirus and all of that and so forth, I'm not going to give a thing. There is a link tree that I've been putting together, as well as you know, I mean, speaking with other people. I mean, what they found and so on and stuff like that, and what they know and so on. But I do feel. I mean, people are being blinded by, this person's got that title, this person's got this title, and all that. They're not looking at the person's intentions. I mean, because don't forget, we all have said it at one point that we got corrupt government officials. You know what I mean? And and that's why some go into politics to try and clean it up, but end up getting slammed to one side. Plus, you got this, that, and so on going on, and the people that have tried to criticize me, I've never looked into what the World Health Organization is really about, and it's not about health, people. It's about keeping you sick while profiting off you. But anyway. And plus other things as well, and I've been to talks and stuff like that. Talking with people about this. And I mean, I go to meetings. I go to, I don't mean I go into the healthcare profession meetings, but I actually go to my local councils. I actually go to places where I can get the information. And plus, I'm also going elsewhere, doing my own research online. I'm also going to the archives and doing all of this. And then I have people that have only now taken an interest because it makes them feel good, by just parroting, the establishment narrative without doing an ounce of checking if is what they are parroting is doing any harm. I mean, is it doing good or harm? I mean, how do you know if you're not checking out, if you're not doing research and so forth? And I'm glad I'm with a group of people, because there's a group of people on Discord that I'm glad I'm part of, and we're doing research. We're checking things out. And plus there's people on my Skype. There's people that I live with, well, not live with, but I live in a local area with. There's a few people. We're always checking things out and so forth. And I noticed they're leaving certain things out when it comes to washing your hands with coronavirus. They're not telling you to use clean water. They're saying just wash your hands. To me, that sounds like a hidden phrase for the government. I mean, other people have pointed this out as well. It's the established way of saying we're going to wash our hands of these deaths. So I'm piping up and saying, yeah, don't forget to wash your hands, but you know what I mean? Is there lead in the water? Is there this in the water? Is it that in the water? Use purified clean water. You know what I mean? Notice how you know what I mean? They're not mentioning to use clean water. You know what I mean? Because there's metals and that in the water and everything, and they're just saying, oh, just go ahead and, you know what I mean, wash your hands. There's so many different things they're leaving out. You know what I mean? They're leaving out that the swine flu virus has killed over 200 odd thousand people compared to the coronavirus that's only killed 7,000. You know, I mean, when you look at from that, why wasn't there a pandemic with the swine flu? Why wasn't there a quarantine lockdown with the swine flu? Or is this attempt with the Agenda 21 to you know, I mean, have everybody quarantined so people can't go to business, can't pay their taxes, can't pay their bills, and therefore the Western society crashes? You know what I mean? Are people really asking these questions? I mean, I'm also looking into the animal side coronavirus, and so which is actually the CCOV, which comes from a different strand or wherever, which you know, I mean, you guys can check when I put the link tree in the description, but they're not telling us the full picture. I'm like, well, come on. And plus, we know Bill Gates back in 2010 was talking about how do we reduce the population by 10 to 15%, talking about vaccines, talking about that the P variable has got, you know, when it's got to come down to zero, which is people. Then there's, you know, I mean, there's so much clues and data out there that, you know, I mean, I think, you know, I mean, this, I mean, it's so in your face, and the thing is, people blame the government and establishments and all that in the past and so forth for not doing the right thing. How about we, the public, do the right thing? How about we, the public, check all information out? We are much to blame as any government and establishment or biolab or whatever and so forth. You know what I mean? And I'm even looking at the smart city documents. Well, what's that got to do with the coronavirus is a good question to ask. You know what I mean? You can tell I've asked myself that question. You know what I mean? And even on the smart cities websites, they are talking about the coronavirus using tracking apps and this, that, and so forth. And as we know, the whole smart agenda is to get people into smart cities and so forth. And one of those ways for a proper quarantine is actually to throw people into smart cities. And anybody that doesn't go along will be, you know what I mean, what do you call it, you know, left out in the cold to defend for themselves, which actually would be a good thing because at least you can get natural herbs and natural vitamin and minerals and that can help the immune system to fight against the disease. But anyway, we won't tell the government that because they'll just burn all the crops. But anyway, but it's, you know what I mean, there's so much information, you know what I mean, that's not being told to the public, and we're seeing this mass isolation away from the sun, which the sun will give you vitamin D, which will then help to improve your immune system. You know what I mean? Any doctor worth their weight in salt will tell you the sun, not out too long on it, depending on certain times of day, because you've got to watch out for different types of rays coming off it, you know, because it does give off ultraviolet rays and so forth. You know what I mean? So, but the sun will give you vitamin D. You know what I mean? Because people are not asking or thinking properly, you know what I mean, on a whole. You've got percentage groups that are asking the right questions, checking things out. You've got Dr. Ekberg, that's, you know what I mean, that's you know what I mean, telling people to use common sense, basically, this, that, and so forth. And I'm just like, hold on a minute. And there's one doctor as well. He's coming out, and then yet in the same breath he's saying, vote for me. And I'm like, hold on a minute. That is dangerous. That is very dangerous. And I'll get into another video why that is dangerous. because I mean, anybody who's just done research, if you have a medical, psychological government, anybody that doesn't agree with the government then can be thrown behind into an asylum. So you got to be careful with that. You know what I mean? So I don't trust this guy. You know what I mean? I would rather have somebody that. That I mean, that is not corrupt and so forth. In other words, don't have government. I mean, I played the Max in Nebraska video where a guy speaking and showing you that there's no government. It works there, but on a larger scale, maybe not. But we never know. We'll have to try it on a large scale somewhere. You know, what I mean, see if it works. You know what I mean? But yeah, so many people are not. Yeah, I mean, and it's frustrating. And these people are not dumb. They just choose not to check every source out and then make a critical decision, you know, I mean, from what they have read. That's all, I mean, any great researcher or investigator that would mention is check out the information from all sides and then come to your own conclusion. That's why my name on one of my Twitter feeds is called, no conclusion. And also then beside that, it will say Guardian. In other words, protect yourself, but keep researching, keep checking the information, because there's always that extra information that you might need to put into yourself. Don't just go on the basics of just wash your hands. You know what I mean? You need more than just washing your hands. Don't you need to eat right? You need to do, exercise to keep your body in shape. You need to do at least get plenty of rest. Do this, do that. It's a lot more than just wash your hands. Which I'd probably end up like that Chinese guy. Because one guy, which you'll see on the link, because he spoke out, he got taken away. So if you don't see me on Twitch or Mixer or anything like that, guys, I've been taken away. Why am I laughing? I shouldn't be laughing. Oh, it's fun to be taken away, Flight. I'm also called Dragon Order Show now on Twitch. Just give you a head up, guys. Just in case you can't find me on Twitch, I'm doing like a 2-month thing, with the Dragon Order Show name. So I'm doing that. But my name's still on Mixer and D-Live as Plight of Dragul. Dragul. So, but I just sort of like, I don't know. I mean, and the thing is, as well, they throw out the word conspiracy theorists too soon. Shut out any debate or knowledge. I have an allergy, an antidote, and I will be playing a sound bite after I finish talking, guys, as well. Just to give you guys a heads up. There's a train track. There's a train, and the person comes up to you, and they don't see the baby on the train track. So you say to them, you can't move because you're disabled or whatever sort of thing, right? And basically you say to them, oh, there's a child on the train track. Can you go and save them? And these are the same people that will not go and check things out. And they go, oh, don't be daft. You've been stupid. You've been a conspiracy theorist. There's no kid there. I didn't see it. Did you look? No. And then, you got to force them to look in some cases, And then they see the kid, but it's too late. The kid's dead. It's that sort of thing. Or, if they did look and there wasn't no kid there, then you can say, you're an idiot. Don't do that. You're a conspiracy theorist. Or whatever. So look. Just to make sure, it's common bloody sense to look, to make sure, and also to make sure there is a train. Because there's a train track there, doesn't mean there's a train coming. Same as there's a health body there, doesn't mean it's got our health for our good intentions. Their good intentions may be for profit, as we've seen in the past. Well, as well as stopping cures coming through for the cancers and stuff. And as I've played the 5 laws of biology on one of my Twitch channels, guys, I've also noticed Very few people want to hear stuff like that. The problem isn't the information sometimes. I mean, despite you can get false information. The problem is people, are you willing to listen? That's the biggest hurdle. Are you willing to listen? Are you willing to, take a moment to check things out? Are you willing to do it? It's not the government's fault most of the time. It isn't the researchers. It isn't who you call conspiracy theorists' fault and so forth. It comes down to people who are pushing this agenda knows well over 60 to 70% of the public are not going to look. So it's the public mind, not the individual mindset sometimes. It's the public's mindset overall. That is the problem. You know what I mean? Because how many people actually see people speaking out all the time? So and you see that person speaking out. Yeah, sometimes you may say, "Oh, that person's stupid," or sometimes you're walking past, like, "Oh yeah, that's interesting," but you don't look. You know what I mean? Because when I see people looking across at that person, and they don't go over, I do put it down to they haven't got the time, because a lot of us haven't, that's one of the factors that we haven't got, is time all the time, because I spent last week 70 hours researching solid, looking into this coronavirus, and stuff like that, and found out it is lab made, it is this and so forth, and why are they making these strains, on the people, and also why did China stop people getting the game Plague Inc. And stuff like, and they pulled it from the what you call it, and then. I'm looking for all these little clues and stuff like that, and also looking for at the medical notes. And as I said, with the numbers of the 200 odd thousand people have died from swine flu, which is in one of the mainstream UK papers. Then I'm on livescience.com, which are looking at the numbers when it comes to the COVID virus, which is just under 200,000 infection cases, which 7,000 odd have died, which then still leaves you with an 81% recovery rate. You know what I mean? So they're not giving us the proper data. They don't like people going to check things out. That's why they hijacked the term conspiracy and put theory in front of it. Conspiracy means crime. There's a crime being committed. So they put theory in front of it for people not to go and check out crimes. Because a police officer checks out crimes and he has a crime theory. Why are police allowed to check crime theories, but the average man or woman in the street is not allowed? We've got to ask these questions. We've got to dispel this thing of stopping us from checking things out from ourselves. So, but anyway, I'm going to go, guys. I'm going to play the audio with Dave von Kleist, about the conspiracy theory and the three groups, sort of thing. And then I'll end, and then I'll quickly try and put the link tree in and underneath and stuff like that. And for you guys to go and check stuff out and for yourselves and do your own research as well. That's the key thing in this, guys. So we all can cross-check, cross-reference and all of that and help each other out. Don't just leave it to one person or two people or a small group. We all need to help each other out. That's what the real human race is about, is helping each other out and stuff like that, despite there are a few arseholes in our race. But most of us keep helping each other out, keep supporting one another. Make sure yourself and people around you have got clean water, got fresh food, none of this junk food crap from Domino's and all that bullshit. Make sure you're eating proper healthy food and all of that and so forth. If you know people that can't afford that, go and help them out and so forth, Be careful, Put it across in the right way, or just leave a sign on the thing and say, if you only can eat junk food, we got some spare veg if you want to come across and so forth, because some people can be very prideful, and they may turn around and go, I'm not a charity case, but if they see a sign and they make the option to come in, then not everyone's going to be grateful and all of that, but at least at least some of us can help each other out and make sure we're safe in these times. And on top of that as well, guys, it's common sense. If you're ill, you don't go to work. You get rested. You put a lot of good minerals and vitamins and all of that into you. You take what's going to stop it, and then hopefully then you recover and you can get on and do your daily things. And also make sure your home is still clean, which is common sense. I don't know why the government is telling us all this stuff. It's common sense. We know this stuff. Okay, some don't, but a lot of us do. But anyway, guys, stay safe out there. Stay informed. Keep researching for yourselves. Keep informing yourselves. Because at the end of the day, it's your body, not the fucking government's. It's not mine. It's your bodies and so forth. It's yours. End of the day, it's like mine is mine, yours is yours. Look after it, because the government and the police and all of them, a lot of them, are misguiding us a bit. So, and the WHO, I was watching the talk with the World Health Organization, a couple of was about 3 other people on the panel. I was watching their body language. That's what was giving them away. They were so nervous. There were so many little things going on. Their face expressions looked so guilty in what they were saying. They didn't believe what they were saying. I was like, so you guys are not actors then, right? So let's see this then. So I'm watching it, and you could tell they were lying through their teeth. You know what I mean? And even somebody from the National Health Federation, I think it was Scott Tips, spotted it as well. He spotted one of the people on that panel was lying. You know what I mean? Well, he's got a forked tongue, the way he put it. But anyway, you guys stay safe and all the things I said previously. And let's roll, shall we? Let's play that audio, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye, everyone. I thought I'd better come in. That's from the In Plain Sight documentary, by the way, guys. The 9/11 thing. There's no documentary part of this video. That is from the thing itself. Just in case people, we know some people are like, they'll go, "Where's the documentary?" It's actually from Dave Von Kleist's In Plain Sight. I better throw that out just in case. All the stuff I said previously, guys, stay safe and all of that, you know what I mean, and so forth. You know what I mean? Take care and stay safe. Bye, everyone.